Okay, so these are already drawn out. Nothing selected. File, place. Your picture's on your desktop, and it's the one from the last year. Don't drag, just click. It'll bring the picture up as large as it can on the format. I'm going to Option and Shift key it down just a little bit. And this part of this window, I want to copy it so it can be a piece that goes over the top of this frame. So that's the section of it. Right now it's behind it. Okay, so that's the part. To arrange it or bring it, Command Shift bring to front. So just Command Option Shift, and I can always swap this out so it just has the frame to it. And you're trying to compose it, get as much of the space as you can, and then take the both of them, select a box around the both of them, and just go to Object, and this is a clipping mask. It's going to clip what's behind it into the frame, but you lose it. So now it fits in there, but it's gone. So now I already have one that I kept, so I bring it back over the top, and that'll be the section that'll be this background. So for example, this has the gradient. I'll just give it a simple fill just so you can see it, a blue. It has a white border, so I'm going to click white, and the stroke is here. The stroke panel will give you the section. So here's the stroke, more options. And clicking on it so it goes to the outside, that's going to be the frame, inside, outside. So it's going to be that little border to it. So now these two listed on top, I can just select them. And under the Align panel, or just at these two, here's the center, and it's centered. So now it's grouped together there like so. Okay. Now you'll notice it has a little drop shadow to it, so just select the outside one, which is this one. In effect, I think you have the drop shadow in here somewhere. And that'll get you the section in here. See if I put it, I forgot where it's at. Drop shadow under Stylize. So when you preview this, it's a little bit like Photoshop, but you don't have the access to bring it together, but it does give you the offset to it. Okay, you can't grab it like you can on Photoshop, but here's the section to it, so you can adjust it positive or negative to the left, top and bottom. Here's the blur amount, and here's the opacity to it. So you can click and hold down to bring that part up there, and now you have that section. So group this together, you can move it across, and now you have this, you can see the drop shadow that's there. So once you have one of them, you can just kind of do the same with the same idea. So I'll steal somebody else's picture, but there's the part of it. So if you have all your photos ready to go, you can do the same thing. Just put place, click it here, reduce it down a little bit with the Shift key to make sure it's in proportion, and just bring it up just a little bit. Here's the photo without the background. Ungroup it, so Object Ungroup. You can also double click on it if you want to isolate it. But here's the piece that has the clipping mask, so when you clip mask, it's going to have Edit Contents or Release. If I edit the contents, it'll allow me to adjust this photograph here. So I can delete that one. But it's easier, let me just do it so it's, let me do that easier. It's just to release it. So now you have these two items. So this one I'll delete. Maybe I deleted it too fast. Object, mask, have it on there. So you can see the clipping mask is right here. That's going to let you isolate it, hopefully. Like so. So right now you can't see anything because there's nothing there. I'm going to give it a red line and put this photo here. And see, I just have to make it a little bit bigger. Command Option with the bracket just puts it behind it a little bit. Move these two over here just temporarily. Up here temporarily. It's easier to manipulate the picture when it's vertical and horizontal. So there's those two parts, and do the same thing, Object, Clipping, Mask, and Make. Grab these two. It's already got the shadow and everything ready to go. So I just have these two to highlight and group that together. So now when I bring this over, I'm going to line up the corners right here and just rotate. As soon as I do it, I can take the center of rotation, let's see if it's going to let me do it, and put it right at the corner. And now when I come to the outside, it should let me rotate that piece. And there you go. So the first one is horizontal, makes it a little bit easier to work with and setting those pictures up there. Okay? So let's see if that'll work.